Greetings and welcome back to Robocraft and to a new and awesome bot, or at least I think it's awesome. And for those who will be curious, I'll just give you a quick glimpse at it from all angles. It is called the Monkey Lord Mark II and is an evolution of the bot I designed in the previous Robocraft stream. A lot of the footage I have actually already put up on my channel. Now, it is called the Monkey Lord because, well, monkey because it climbs mountains the way monkeys climb trees, and Monkey Lord specifically because in its earlier versions it was railgun equipped. And whilst a railgun makes a very poor substitute for an enormous high-powered microwave laser, I still feel that at its core, this little bot was channeling the spirit of the Monkey Lord. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about when I say Monkey Lord, then you clearly haven't played Supreme Commander, and you have my deepest sympathies for being thus deprived of an awesome game. Now, the big changes to Robocraft, there have been numerous changes. The two updates have actually come out since the last time I recorded. The first of which is mostly displayed over here, and that is the leaderboard and eventually the Robot League. Now, as actually at the time, the little sound effect and up the top ranked battle ends in. That neatly brings us on to the topic. Now, the way the leaderboard works is there are two types of matches. Every 10 minutes it cycles through both. 8 minutes of standard match, which is not ranked in any way and doesn't contribute to your position on the leaderboard, and 2 minutes of ranked match. Now, when you enter a queue, that doesn't dictate what type of match you're entering. Rather, when the battle starts dictates when that match will enter. If I were to enter the queue now and not get a game for another 1 minute and 40 seconds, which is extremely unlikely the way the servers have been lately, I would end up in a standard match. If I joined the game right now and got a fight right away, I'd be in a ranked match. You can't simply decide which one you want to enter beyond waiting to join the queue at the right time. And that may raise some eyebrows, but I suspect that developers are trying to discourage people from only playing in one type of game, so that the server populations don't dip for one game over another. That's just a guess, though. Now, both standard and ranked matches will award you RP and TP as before, and the points that you get for a ranked match are calculated before premium bonuses. So based on the amount of how much RP and stuff you get from having premium isn't considered. It's only the base amount that's counted. So a free player is not at any disadvantage in terms of their leaderboard ranking, and eventually in the Robot League once that's launched. You can cycle through this panel. It'll always be there. There's not going to be two maps anymore. So you can use home and delete to move between the various tiers. As you can see, I've not really done anything in these tiers, and I'm ranked fairly low. Wow, 92nd in tier 3. But I have done a little bit in tier 2 and tier 4. As you can imagine, this does make having people on your friends list really fun, because you get this sort of competition going on. And that was the sound to let me know that ranked battles will start in another 8 minutes. We are now back into standard match time. Now, I'm on the 8th at the moment. It takes your average score. So it isn't accumulative and then gets reset at the end of the month. It's just a rolling average. So unless you do really, really well, you'll never be at the very, very top. But if you do relatively well, you will be somewhere in the top on a regular basis. If you have a couple of stellar matches, but generally you don't do very well at all, then you're probably not going to see yourself in the sort of upper rungs of the ladder on the leaderboard. You can page down like so to see the whole list, and this gives you an idea of how many people are on my friends list. Now, a couple of people have been asking when I'm going to be cleaning out my friends list like I did before the last stream. Now, I did that more as a convenience, and then it pretty much just bit me in the bum because I could barely play the game for 2 days as my friends list quickly filled back up again, because every time I got a friend invite, it would break what I was doing. Like if it was in a queue, it would pull me out of the queue and so on and so forth. So I'm not going to be doing any sort of mass purge. What I may be doing, though, is keeping an eye on these numbers. Now, I realize that not everyone is going to play in the rankings, but if you play in one game, you're going to have a value above 0 on the ranking. So I'm just going to keep an eye on this, and if there are people who don't seem to be active in the game anymore, then I'll start, little by little taking those people off and allowing people to add me back on their friends list. But that's not something I plan to do in the near future. I'm going to give plenty of time for people to start playing around with this update. Now, The other big change that the first update brought in was the removal of all the obsolete blocks. I know a lot of people were quite unhappy with the fact that old players had these blocks for about a week before they were removed, even though new players couldn't buy those blocks and access them. Well, that has now been balanced out again. So as you can see, I Come in Peace has no wings. Has a rudder, because the rudders were added with the new tech tree changes. And I think I actually have got an aerofoil unlocked. Yes, I do. But I just don't have a tier 6 one, so the I Come in Peace is probably going to be a little while before we see that in action again. And I also want to clad it in the proper armor. But going back to the Monkey Lord, the next batch of changes that came in with the earlier of the two updates was a 10% nerf to rail damage and plasma cannon damage. That was something that a lot of people were interested in. But since then, quite a lot of people felt like their favored mode of playing the game was basically under attack. There were also a number of random bug fixes. Now, the most recent update has brought in, well, the biggest part of this, and I really can't stress how awesome this is a totally new mechanic that revolves around spotting. This actually makes stealth play, which is something I'm really interested in looking at, and something the Monkey Lord excels at because it can get into places where people can't easily see it, a much more viable option. If you want to spot someone in the new system, you bring your crosshair over them, so imagine that B was an enemy, and then press Q, and you've spotted them. Spotting the enemy will display a little red tag above them for 15 seconds. It will also alert your teammates with a blip on their map and also a voice-acted alert. Right now it just says that enemy spotted, but there are plans that later on that voice-acted alert will give more information along the lines of letting players know what type of thing was spotted. You might say gunbed spotted, or sniper drone spotted, or artillery platform spotted, so on and so forth. I'm not really sure how they're going to assess what a bot is, but I guess it might just have gunbed, SMG, rail cannon, or plasma, or something along those lines. If you're the first person to spot in this way, you'll get a scout bonus. You'll actually get a scouting point on the end of the game. Previously, it was simply if your radar was the first to pick them up, but now it's if you verbally spot them. You can spot enemies multiple times to keep renewing the 15-second timer on them. Enemy radars and receivers will now make the red tag appear even when you're behind a mountain. So if you've been spotted and then you try to hide, as in, I mean, on the map you'll always be visible, but the little red blip is on the HUD. So they'll see in the actual game world this little red blip. They might not be able to see you very clearly. And even in the case that you put yourself behind something like a mountain, they'll still see the little red blip through the mountain. So this is a really big thing. If you spot an enemy, you're going to drastically help your team. Radars make the tag appear for you, and receivers will pick up the tags from your allies' radars, making the tags appear for you as well in the world. Again, this is on your HUD, not just on the map. So it's a really gives a lot more power to radars and radar receivers. Now, the jammers, the thing with the jammers, which is quite interesting, is whilst jammers can block you from showing up on a radar, and will block a blip on the radar, purely that you picked up from like a radar receiver, from what I understand. It will not block someone who simply spots it and that blip shows up on your HUD. So if someone spots you and your radar jammer blocks you on the map, it won't block you in the actual game, because what they're simulating there is that when you're spotting someone, you're getting on the radio and telling your teammates there's someone over behind that mountain. You can't block that unless you also had a radio jammer, but that's not the case. You've got a radar jammer, so whilst that'll take you off their map, they'll still see the blip in the HUD clear as day. So whilst that decreases the power of the jammer, it does make it does still affect certain elements of spotting, especially with regards to the map, and if they only have that information through a radar receiver, from what I understand. Now, the other big change that I know a lot of people have been waiting for are changes to the rail cannons. The developers, that is, have acknowledged that there's a lot of frustration with the power of rail cannons, but also that the rail cannon users are getting a little bit fed up of constantly being nerfed. So what they've done is they've changed the way rail cannons work. I'll actually highlight that in a fight once we get in. But I've been talking about the changes enough. There isn't a drop in power of the railguns. It's just they work a little bit differently now. Specifically, when you shoot, there's a bit of instability. And if you move your camera, there's a bit of instability to simulate the turrets having to move to reacquire their target, so on and so forth. So there are a couple of little changes there. But we are now going to jump into a couple of fights with the Monkey Lord 2, and I will show you how I have built this bot. It's much more of a brawler and a base capture, but on occasion it does actually earn its feed by just being stealthy and spotting enemies. So I shall see you in a few moments, possibly even in a ranked battle. And it looks like we have gotten ourselves into a standard match. Got some interesting named bots in this fight. And you may have noticed that they were all tier 4, which is always a very nice thing to see. A full game of the correct tier. Obviously, platoons do mess that up sometimes, and that's by design. You know, if you've got one person of a tier 4 platooned with someone of a tier 1, then you're not going to... you're going to have them in the same fight. But that's another thing that the patch has updated, and that is how well platoons work. Oop, are we going to be able to get up there? Yes, we are. Probably first try as well. Glorious. Oh, we're about to fall off, though. No, no, come on. No, 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 no. Cling! No, no. Ah, damn it. You almost made it in one go, Monkey Lord. You've embarrassed me. You've embarrassed yourself. No, no, there's no good complaining about it now. Alright, as you can see, the little tags and names are all over the place. Let's see if we can spot some people. So, one person there. One person there. One person there. Those are 3 people now spotted. Their blips are showing up for me, but they will also be showing up for my teammates, I believe, whether or not they've got radar visibility of them. Now, there's someone just down there. Let's top up the spot so that our snipers can take a proper peek at them. You notice that the sniper trail moved away once the spot ran out, and that's simply because they weren't able to see them anymore. So if we just hang around up here, we can act as a scout, just letting all of our allies know. Unfortunately, I missed that particular spot there, so I've got 5 seconds now before I can spot again, but we're not going to be doing that. We're going to be doing this instead. Hello down there! Surprise! Yep. I know, it's terrible. I know. I feel your pain. I really do. Doesn't change anything though. I'm still going to shoot you to death. But understand that I had great sympathy for your predicament. And now the Monkey Lord, almost perfect descent there. Unfortunately, the Monkey Lord isn't a primo ballerina, as the T-stream was. I have to wait for a little while, and let's see if I can... No, I can't properly flip myself up, unfortunately. So I need to wait for my charge to work, and down we go. There we are. I can't afford to fully charge that up. Oh, no, they've gone there before me. Well, that's terrible. I was hoping to get down here. If I'd only not flipped up, Monkey Lord, this is all your fault. We would have won. Now I can only hope that our allies will block the base capture long enough, or just dissuade them. If they can, and we stay here, we may be able to win. Damn. Let's hope they can do the job. But there may be 3 enemies on that base. The best they could possibly do is kill 1 or 2 of them. No, 1 is down. All that Janik Kenilsen. Oh, they're dead. Well, we've lost then. That is most unfortunate, but I'm not going to throw away our base capture. We'll get a few points at the very least. That is quite a disappointment, but as you saw there was a demonstration of the spotting ability. Now, the one thing with the Monkey Lord Mark II is that it is actually remarkably good at getting from A to B very, very quickly. Now, someone just caused my stealth to kick in. Hello! Over there with your shields. It's too late. I mean, they still won, but damn it. But as I was saying, the Monkey Lord has a remarkable ability to get from A to B very, very quickly. And that's kind of inherited from the T-Stream. Now, let's see if we can't jump straight into a ranked battle, for it is ranked battle time. And as you can see, you'll get games very quickly at the moment. They typically happen straight away. So I'm really happy with that change, if nothing else. Now, let's see. Have we got any interesting ones here? No, I didn't catch the names. Hexacarp. Or Hexacrap, actually. Oh, damn. Mosquito. Okay, the beast. My little bird. Faria. Alright then, let's see how we go. Now, this map is not good for climbing on, and it's not particularly good for getting to interesting positions, but it can sometimes be very good if you're lucky with the way the enemies go in how quickly you can get to the enemy base. So I'm gonna try my best to just race down there and hopefully not get spotted by anyone on the way. Let's see, there's someone. Oh, there's two enemies. There's one. Let's spot you. Did I miss you? Yes, I did. Oh, that is most unfortunate. Let's provide a little bit of damage to you. Ouch. You did a fair chunk of damage there. You took off one of my rear wheels. That is a shame. Let's see if I can't spot you. Nope, still can't spot you. Okay, well, I'll do a little bit of damage while I can, and I really need to be on the move now, because you're just going to do a lot of damage to me. Yikes. And there's someone over there still. Let's see. Nope, you've got a bead on me now. So I'm limited to just trying to do as much damage as I can, but I'm probably not going to be able to take you down. Let's see. Can I win out? No, I have been declawed. Run! We were being sniped at. Wow, that didn't work out so well. They had the superior air force, I feel, in this match, and we have suffered as a result. Go! Use your thrusters. Keep going. I can at least deny them victory for a little while. Ah, maybe not too long. Despite the rail nerf, rails are still quite common in most games. Now, well, actually, I shouldn't really call it a nerf. They haven't lost any power, but they have different mechanics now. And whilst I'm watching everyone else, oh, look, another rail attack. Now, one of the big things is that when you fire a rail, your aim becomes less focused, and it takes about a second to refocus down to pinpoint accuracy again. So you don't if someone is firing off rail shots like a machine gun, then but the third or fourth, their accuracy is going to be terrible. It'll be like an SMG's accuracy over long distance at that point. As long as you use tap fire, you'll still have the same sort of typical rail accuracy. Go forward, Slender the second. Well done. You have, oh no, they still managed to take a shot at you, but you're doing okay. I think you need to be concerned about other things though right now. Something is shelling you. There we are. They have done a lot of damage, to be fair to them. Well done, you finally took them out. But the other thing is that if you move your camera whilst zoomed in, the turret will become inaccurate while it's trying to reacquire a lock, and it takes about 2 seconds after moving your camera for it to have fully focused down again. Now, who else is around? Well, you might actually win. We've still got more men on this team. Obviously, I'm not going to win in this fight, alas, but I still hope my teammates secure victory for themselves. No, you're running straight into an ambush. That's right. No, watch out. Well done. You've declawed them and killed them. Now you've just got to find Reno. Wait, is Reno still stuck in there? Is Reno shooting through the wall, perhaps? Some people have pointed out that railguns can fire through walls. I think it's more that the rail shot happens a little bit, originates from a little bit further ahead of the barrel. So sometimes it can pass through solid objects if the barrel embeds itself, or rather nestles itself right up against the side of that object. And when you fire, the shot will start inside the object, and with the way games usually are, that means it's just going to clip straight through. There's not going to be any sort of physical obstruction. But alas, I died. So this will affect my ranking quite substantially, I imagine. It's pulled it down. Let's actually see what we get. That was terrible. Well, actually, okay, it wasn't as bad as I was expecting, but we are now 7th place in Tier 4. We need to improve that quite a lot. So I'm going to jump into a couple of more battles, and I hope to see you there. All right, then. We have Torchlight. Ooh, Derpit. I Can Cover You, Bros. And many other awesomely named robots. I like this. Now, this map is also fairly good for the Monkey Lord. As anyone who watched the stream will know, this map is very nice to get up on the sides. We're going to go for this side, though, as I've already shown what can be done from the other side. Now, the best place to climb is actually by here. So let's try getting up there in one go. We may actually be able to do it if the Monkey Lord feels like helping us. I didn't even need to apply the downward thruster there. And someone's already spotted an enemy all the way over there. Now, if I had rail cannons, I could take a shot from this distance. Using the tag and the fact that their name will show up to guide me as where the bot will actually be. So I don't need to see it anymore. So that actually makes snipers even more powerful in a way, despite the change in mechanics. But there is no guarantee you will actually hit them from that distance. Now, let's see if there are any bot around here that I can spot. There is one. There we are. Let's spot you. That's one. Any more? I don't believe there are. Well done there. You took him out already. Alright, I'm going to go for the base. See if Monkey Lord can make it down here in one go without flipping. Okay, well you did flip, but you flipped well. Okay, Monkey Lord, let's go camp the base. Oh, the enemy are already at us. Oh, we've got a couple of people over there, so we should be good. Oh, where's my ally? I think my ally is Scarpa. There are a lot of enemies still on the field, so I cannot take any risks, or at least I shouldn't. Now, I'm not going to know where they're going to be coming from. This is a bit risky. Let's see if I can't get a bit closer up here, rather than alerting them to the fact that I'm at the base. There we are. We know there's someone there, and I've also already got my stealth engaged. So we're going to try and sneak up on this person. We'll spot them, and then engage them. Hello. There we are. My teammates will know where they are. And there's no running away. There we go. And there's someone over there. Let's spot you. Now I want to go and get in there, try and take them out if I can. I don't want them to see me though. Doesn't look like they have. I'm going to get as close as I can so I can target their guns properly. And it seems they have no idea what is just coming up to ruin their day. Hello. Absolutely want your guns gone, please. Please stop shooting my bot. There we are. As you can see, the Monkey Lord Mark II is quite robust. Now, there is still one enemy on the field. I have no idea where it is. I'm going to leave it to my teammates to do that, and I'm going to apply a little bit of time pressure so that if they're going to do something, they're going to have to do it very quickly, because I'm going to start capturing the base. There we go. Now, if only this were a ranked match. But I'm not the sort of person who favors ranked matches over any type of over standard matches. I'll just play in whatever it is, and if it happens to be the time for a ranked match, I'm pretty happy, because it gives me an opportunity to improve. Or, you know, get worse, as is often the case. Hello, Steaks. Ooh, a little bit of instability there, but I like your bot. I will get out of the landing zone for you. There you go. Hello, what's your name? Can't read it properly. Tricky Tiger. Oh, I like that. Even if it is spelled awfully. Right, where is the enemy? They're going to show up sooner or later, and I can't actually take that much of a pounding anymore. Quite a few of my armor blocks are a bit bashed up. But you'll notice the support struts really help. A lot of this bot is connected. It may look fairly fragile, but there are support struts connecting most of the limbs, if you like, so that there is redundance. If someone gets a good shot, and as at the back there, they take out that connecting limb from the spine, doesn't matter. It's still connected along the bottom. But there we go. And before I wrap up this episode, I think I'm going to give you a demonstration of the railguns change firsthand. That is going to require a slight change to the bot, and I'm not going to bore you watching me do that. So when you return, we will probably be in a battle, and I will be equipped for railgun combat. So see you then. And welcome back. Okay, we are taking an enormously long time to connect. we can clearly see... Ah, there we are. Ah, I didn't get any time to see the names of the bots. How nonsense was that? Okay, then. Well, we're back on this map. Let us see how we can do now. Whilst the Monkey Lord was in its T-Stream former years, I had some success with Rails on this map, but I've gotten used to using the Monkey Lord in a SMG configuration. I must say, I do prefer to just be able to get into the fights and really sink my teeth into the opposition. But let's see how we can go now. I want something to shoot at so I can show off the way that Rails work here. Let's see if I can't find a good spot. Now, one thing you can notice, I'm in motion, and that usually leads to inaccuracy, but there we are. Now, there's someone up here. Did I manage to spot them? No. I will pop under here, and I will show you what happens when you shoot. There we go. We're going... we can't get a bead because I have to move the camera so much. That is unfortunate. One of my allies is under attack down there. No, you're okay. You're fair enough then. But as you saw, if you're moving the camera, you can't get a good lock on your opposition. There we go. Someone's over there. And I'm spending too much time thinking about trying to show off the railguns. The other changes are every time you fire, you'll get a little bit of inaccuracy. So you have to take time to stabilize your guns again. In a way, it means that you can't really use your rails like machine guns. You can't have 6 rails and just pow, 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 pow. You have to give a few seconds between each shot to restabilize your weapon, otherwise you're just not going to be accurate. Let's take a shot there. Oh, first shot. Fair enough. That doesn't really help, but well, there are a few enemies, so I don't really want to just shoot off at the sky, but I will for you. So there we go. As you can see, pretty inaccurate. The other thing, now this is a big one. You press R, you start to reload your guns. Now, it'll reload faster the less guns that need to reload. So firing after only one, reloading after only one shot will reload that one gun much, much faster than normal. Hello. Damn it. And we all got off the base for that. Quick, 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 before we lose all of our progress. There we are. Now, hello. You meanie, come back here. Show yourself. Don't shoot me, though, when you do. I'm fragile. I don't want to die. Monkey Lord is too pretty. Okay, we're gonna get down there because I want to be involved. Stop being so efficient, team. Right, I'm gonna go and hunt for the enemy. I'm sure you guys will be able to secure victory without me. Now, let's reload our guns. Go ahead and reload. No? Does it not allow me to? Oh, that's interesting. Perhaps there's a limit to how quickly you can reload. Well, anyway, that is a demonstration of how Rails work. Now, I know that a lot of people will probably want me to show how I built this bot, but what I'm going to do instead is this episode has already run on long enough, and there are quite a few people who've asked me to create tutorials for some of my earlier bots. So what I think I'm going to do is I am definitely going to be doing a tutorial on exactly how to build this. And don't worry, I will also include how to put all the smoothing edges, etc. But this will be built, though bear in mind this is a tier 4 and it is using guns from tier 4 and thrusters from tier 4. So in fact, that thruster over there is from tier 5, I believe. So you might not be able to build this in the lower tiers, but I will show you exactly how to make it, and perhaps you can scale it down then to your own, to suit your needs in whatever tier you're in. But understand that railguns specifically are tier 4. You can't get them lower than that. So I'll be doing a tutorial on this, but I will also be building other bots. So if there is a specific bot that I have built that you would like me to do a tutorial for, go ahead and post in the comments below. Let me know which bot you would like to see in addition to the Monkey Lord 2. And that, unfortunately, is the end of this episode. So I'm just going to scroll right back around. Damn, 10th place in tier 4. I need to improve that. Hopefully I'll be higher by the time I record the next episode. But that is it from me. I do hope you've enjoyed and are looking forward to testing out all of these new updates that have come through, and will be joining me in the next episode. But until then, and as always, do take care.